Hello, my name is Ilona and I want to start first with news. Apparently there is enough evidence to charge Hunter, and that is of course the son of Mr. B. And this is something about taxes and the purchase of a gun, and it's up to US Attorney David Weiss to decide what's going to happen next. So this is interesting, especially because Mr. Weiss was appointed by Mr. T. So we're going to see what's going to happen with that. I also was sent a clip, and I'm very happy with people that send me clips, videos, texts, articles. I'm very happy with that, so thank you very much for that. This is from the German television, broadcasted by MDR, and this was about the first legal process against, of course, the damage of the sting. So this is about getting compensation for the damages that were caused by the sting. So it's very important that this is broadcasted on German television so people will see this. So more and more truths are coming out. And then I also saw an article on 9 News. This mentioned that the Canadian government has admitted that they have a project going on with the World Economic Forum for $105.3 million, and I assume that that's Canadian dollars, but still this is about the known traveler digital ID. So this is not a theory anymore, this is factual. And it's not just the Canadian government. Apparently the Dutch government is involved as well, as Air Canada, KLM, and airports, apparently a couple of airports, amongst them Schiphol. So that's the Dutch airport here. Very interesting. So now we know that that's not just a theory, it's now a fact. And I want to take a look first at, there are messages coming out about screening travelers from Uganda for a certain disease that's going on there, and it rhymes with cola and it starts with an E. You just have to change the C to a B and then you have the name of the disease. I don't think I can mention that here. I just want to take a look what that's about. They are throwing around all kinds of things. They've been doing that for the past 2 years, of course, with everything that's going on. But they come up with other diseases as well, most likely to scare people. This is really just about fear, creating fear. So I just want to take a look with the card readings what this is about. Let's see. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 2 of Swords, the central card. We have the 6 of Pentacles in the past. We have the Star card underneath the central card. We have the 5 of Wands in the near future and the Ace of Swords. So to me, this feels just to confuse people, to get them in that fear state, because that's the best way to manipulate people. If people are afraid, they will just follow guidelines, they will just follow the rules, and this is really about confusing people. To me, especially with these cards, the 6 of Wands and the Star, we are being protected. We do not have to be afraid that something like that is going to happen again. I think we are being protected, and it's not going to get that far. Most likely the dark energies will try to spread it, just like they did with that monkey thing that nobody's really talking about anymore. So this is really about confusing people, getting people not in touch with their intuition. So create fear, because if people are afraid, that's the best way to keep them, following the rules, obeying, because they're afraid. People that are afraid will follow anything. So this is really about making sure people don't see what's really going on. This is creating fear again, but it's all under control, especially with the 6 of Wands and the Star. I believe we are protected. This is not going to get that far. They've probably tried it, but the Whiteheads have already taken care of that. And probably that's why something like that monkey thing managed to escape, because it was, that's not really that damaging as the disease I'm talking about now. If that would spread, that would create really a lot of panic. But this is really about fear, creating fear. It's not going to get that far. They might try still some things. The Five of Wands is, they're still going to try things to make sure that people will get fearful again, scared. That's what this is about. So they're just going to throw things around and see what sticks. They might going to emphasize this. There might be a few cases even in the USA that they're going to report about. But I don't think this is going to really cause anything big. I think that stage has passed. They don't have that power anymore. And like I've mentioned, we are being protected. So I do believe that the white hats are making sure that that doesn't happen again. And the Ace of Swords, truth will come out. So more and more truth about all these health scares are coming out. About the damage of the stings are going to come out. I think a lot of people are going to get very angry and very upset. But it's necessary for people to hear the truth, what's been going on. Like I said, I just mentioned on the German television, things are going to come out. They cannot suppress this anymore. And it's important for people to understand what's really been going on. And they've used, the dark energies have used all these things just to keep us scared, just to keep us in this fearful state, so they could manipulate us, so they can control us, so they can push all kinds of rules and regulations and powers through. And really, this was just about taking away our freedom. That is what this was all about. And it's going to come out. This is going to come out, the Ace of Swords. So things are going to change. I certainly believe that we're going to hear more and more things about what's really going on with health, what's been going on all along. I also want to take a look at Australia, because apparently in Australia there's a new law, very strict, that apparently people can just enter your room if there is some kind of suspicion about health scare or anything like that. They can just come in. They may be able to use certain medical treatments against you. It's really bad. So I'm just going to take a look what that law is about. So I'm going to take a look at the Australia and what this law is about. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups as the central card. We have the Eight of Swords in the past. We have the King of Cups underneath the page. I'm seeing the Two of Cups, I mean. And for the near future, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Emperor. So that's interesting. Again, this card that is to me the military, the white hats, is just popping up all over the place in my readings lately. So we're really heading towards that, but we'll just have to wait and see, and of course do our own work. Just because I say wait and see doesn't mean that I'm not going to do anything and I'm just going to wait and see. Because I've noticed in the reactions on my videos, sometimes people think that that's what I'm saying. Like, just wait, you don't have to do anything. Just sit on your chair or on the couch and just remain there. The white hats are going to take care of everything. Which is not the truth, obviously. We have to do our work. We have to stand up. We have to clean our energies. Talked about this many times. We have to do the shadow work. We have to step into our authority and start manifesting what we truly want. We are manifesting one way or the other, so we better start taking control of what we're manifesting. This is interesting. So we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is an opportunity again. So this law is probably really about still waking up people, but not just in Australia, but I believe worldwide, because this is broadcasted worldwide. Like, this is happening in Australia, and if it can happen there, it can happen in other places. So this is like a warning to wake up people again. This is also about healing. So I think this is more about, again, bringing people closer to their own emotions, their own feelings, to their connection with God, to their connection with their intuition. This is really about healing. I think a lot of dark energies in Australia, a lot of things have been going on there for a long time. There have been a lot of dark energies. There are still some left. I do believe that white hats are most likely going to take over. Not sure when, but we'll have to wait and see again. but it's happening at least in the shadows, but they're stepping forward more and more. And I do believe that we are working towards this worldwide military step up, and it's necessary to take care of things. But what's happening now in Australia is not just for Australia. This is also a warning for other countries, for other people around the world, like watch out. Understand that this is what they wanted to do. People really need to understand that they wanted to completely limit us, limit our freedom, complete control over us. That was their intention. And that's now, this is about healing, about understanding what's going on, how far they were going to take it. Because like I've mentioned in many videos, if people don't see it, don't experience it, they don't believe it. They're like, yeah, sure. They don't understand the complete impact of what it truly means, what this agenda is truly about. So this is about showing things in Australia, but also worldwide, because other countries obviously are seeing this as well. And this is really for people in Australia and worldwide to really handle our emotions, our feelings, our energy as mature as possible. That's really what the King of Cups is about. Mature way of handling ourselves. That's what this healing is about. This is really also, because you can see the Emperor also as stepping into our power, stepping into our own strength. And it's very important that we do that we heal ourselves. This is the healing card. This is really very connected to the card reading I did yesterday about how we can support ourselves. So again, a lot of things that are happening now, like the law in Australia, is to really help us truly connect with ourselves and start focusing on how we can change things, because that's really what's important. We have to work with our energies. We have to step into our own power. Very important, especially with everything that's happening around the world right now and all these energies. And it's very important that we start healing ourselves. We start connecting with the other side in ourselves. Things that can come up. This is about a new balance, a new status quo. This is about bringing in new things. So in Australia, I do believe more and more balance will come in, and I do believe ultimately the military will help out, obviously, in Australia. It wouldn't surprise me at all if a lot of things behind the scenes have already been happening, and this is really just to show. This is just an opportunity for people to connect again in Australia, to connect with their own intuition. What is true, what isn't true, how can we deal with this, what's coming up in our energies, how can we work through that. So this is really about showing things. I don't think they're actually going to act upon it. I don't think they have that power anymore in Australia to really do this. This is really just about showing. That's like a lot of things happening around the world. It's really about showing the people what's been going on so that we can hear. We need to hear the truth. We need to know. And whether we are open for it or not, there will be people that will not wake up, that do not want to hear this, that will never, even if it's in their face, will never fully understand or just shut themselves off. That's fine. But this is for the people that are ready to open up and start seeing what's been going on. And it's necessary for our healing to really get through this. So I'd like to leave it at this. Hope to see you in another video. Bye.